Welcome back to another video, and we're continuing on Pokemon Crown, which, in my opinion, it's probably the best ROM hack of the year. So, let's just get right into it. And so we begin with meeting this man named Savgar, who wants me to go to Everbloom Town to teach me some of the basics of this ROM hack, is what I'm guessing. But, before we actually enter the town, I pick up a couple items from the ground, and I fight a few wild Pokemon, but finally, I enter inside the town. And so, the first thing that I found was a campfire to heal my Pokemon. And other than that, I did complete a quest, but what I really came here was to find Savgar, who was actually in the school over here. But before I could talk to him personally, these kids actually gave me some pretty useful information. Such as that now you can put 9 Pokemon in your party, which what I'm really curious about is if you can put these Pokemon into action in the battlefield. Also, another thing is that you can sometimes encounter wild Pokemon with stars on top of them. And the more stars that they have, the more powerful they are, but also the more rare it is to find one. And the final thing is that you yourself, the trainer, have a trainer level. Currently mine is at level 10. That means that none of my Pokemon can go over that level, so it kind of serves as a level cap, and the only way for you to level up your trainer level is to complete quests or defeat trainers and bosses. But you know, aside from all of that important stuff, the main reason why I came over here is to find Savgar. And I did, and he gave me a guidebook, which basically lists all the different type of Pokemon that are in this game, and also the unique abilities that they can have. And he told me to go to Willamton Woods to find them, and to start my real training. But before I start my real training, I would need to train by myself first. And so I did. I entered the market, I grabbed a couple Pokeballs, and I entered the grass to train. And these couple Pokeballs actually came in handy, because I ended up capturing a 2-star Golett, which was pretty good. But I had a problem on my hands, and that was that my trainer level was currently at level 11. And with this little problem on my hands, I went out and did a few quests here and there, and my trainer level actually went up, and so did my Pokemon's. And so I enter Willamton Woods, and I go around the grass, and I actually find a 3-star Weedle, and I end up capturing it. And in my opinion, it's a good asset to have. I mean, I know it's a Weedle, but maybe a 3-star Weedle will make it even powerful. But after catching that Weedle, I end up challenging a trainer, and after defeating him, I get a message saying that my Weedle can evolve. And apparently in this ROM hack you can actually manually evolve your Pokemon by pressing the evolve button. And afterwards there's an animation which is quite unique and different of the Pokemon evolving, such as you can see here, my Weedle into a Kakuna. But after that, I leave the grass and I enter this clearing where there's a campfire to heal my Pokemon. And also there is the entrance of Silver Silk Cave. But before I actually enter, I will escort this person to the other side of this ledge. And I do end up fighting a few Pokemon, but I do end up escorting them, and they go up north, and I get curious, so I also go up north. And I find Willamton Hamlet, a small town. And so I explore the town a bit, and there's really nothing much. I mean, there was just an inn that had a Poké Crystal and a mission board, and there was this market which I bought 3 Pokeballs out of, and that's basically it. There wasn't really anything much in this town. But I do find a flight master who charges 100 pieces of gold for him to take me to places I've already been, like Seaside City or Everbloom Town. But afterwards I go to Shadewood Crossing, and I get challenged by this witch, who has a level 20 Alakazam, in which I defeat, and my Pokemon actually level up a bit. But after defeating the witch, I go back to the campfire to heal my Pokemon. I go back to Shadewood Crossings, and I find a graveyard which has an exclamation mark on top of a grave. And apparently a Marowak is laid to rest here. I thought it was creepy and all, and didn't think much of it, so I went around the grass over here to try and see what type of Pokemon there were. And I ended up capturing a Paris, so this is now my 7th Pokemon. But later on I go back to the graveyard, and this time there's a Cubone on the grave. And it challenges me, a level 20 Cubone. I end up defeating it, and it ends up joining my team. So now I have 8 Pokemon and a level 20 Cubone. But after catching the Cubone, I went back to the campfire to heal my Pokemon. Then afterwards I meet this man who actually wants to challenge me to a Pokemon battle. And this is when I realized that even though you can carry around 9 Pokemon, you can actually just use up to 6 on the battlefield. But nevertheless, I do beat Otto, and he just tells me that maybe one day our paths will cross again, and he just leaves, which I'm guessing we'll meet him again sometime later on the story. And I do end up going back to the campfire yet again to heal my Pokemon. But afterwards, I do end up meeting this bug trainer who wants to challenge this leader Matilda, who I'm guessing is like the gym leader, but he can't because these 2 priests are blocking his way and won't let him enter. And so I agreed to help him, and together we challenged the priests, and they were actually quite easy to defeat. And after defeating them, they open up a path for us, and so he enters first and then I enter before him. I enter inside the church and I find this bishop who is requesting me to defeat all of Matilda's trainers. And so I accept because I am gonna defeat the gym leader anyways, and so I enter and I find this man who tells me that Matilda specializes in bug Pokemon. So that's a good thing to know. And I start battling every trainer that Matilda has, and a few of my Pokemon actually end up evolving. Like my Shinx into a Luxio, my Kakuna into a Beedrill, and my Trico into a Grovyle. And there's even a campfire here to heal my Pokemon, so everything's good. And so I challenged Matilda. And there were at least 5 waves of Pokemon that she had, and each time there were 1 more Pokemon. So at first it was 1, then it was 2, then it was 3, then it was 4, then it was at finally 5 Pokemon. And I got defeated. And so I said, hey, I'll just try again. Got defeated as well. And I came back a 3rd time. This time my Pokemon got trained and my Pidgey actually evolved into a Pidgeotto. And I even caught a Scraggy. And this time, finally, I defeated her. And then I got the Bug Gym Badge, and then I remembered, oh yeah, Savgar! I need to go to Silver Silk Cave to complete my quest. And so I went back there, I talked with Savgar, we entered the cave, I beat a few trainers, and we found this woman who said that Bethany, the woman that we needed to find from Professor Dogwood, was lost in this cave. So Savgar went one way and I went the other to try and find her. And I did end up finding her in this campfire. I completed the mission, I got some good experience, except she wanted to enter this cave to explore some more. So I went with her, and we found an Araidos, a giant one, and we started battling it. And thanks to my training and beating the gym leader, I did end up defeating this Araidos, and it was all done. The mission was done. And so, that's where we're leaving off the video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you.